Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on into another edition of Phillies Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. My name is Jason Joseph. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure that you guys turn on those notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. The Phillies are taking on the San Francisco Giants and are hoping to avoid a sweep this afternoon out in the Bay Area. We'll see if they're going to be able to do that. Justin Verlander's going to be taking the hill for the Giants. And for the Philadelphia Phillies, it'll be Jesus Luzardo. Last night was a stunner. Last night was a heartbreaker, and the Phillies gave the game away. The question now becomes, after what occurred last night, do they turn the page? Do they shrug it off? Do they go out there and give you a lot of offense and not have you rely even on the bullpen today? We'll see. We'll see how they do. But that one still hurts. It still stings. And the bottom line is that they have a chance to right the ship today, which is the one thing I do love about baseball, is that pretty much the next day you get to you have the opportunity of changing the narrative and flipping the script. And hopefully they do that this afternoon. What are your final score predictions? Let us know down below. Also, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. We will now get on into the starting lineups. Again, Justin Verlander is going to go out there for the Giants, and he will face Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Kepler, Realmuto, Stott, and Marsh as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Phillies. So, again, leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, it will be Trey Turner, and then it'll be Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos, Max Kepler, JT Realmuto, Bryson Stott, and last but not least, Brandon Marsh. And Justin Verlander is on the hill this afternoon for the San Francisco Giants. He has not won a game at all this year. He's 0-6. And the last time that he pitched, he went 3 innings, gave up a total of 6 earned runs, including a walk. And that was against the Athletics. 14 starts for him this year, 60 strikeouts in 70 innings of work for the 42-year-old. He has a 4-seamer, a slider, a curveball, a changeup, and a sweeper as well. His fastball now tops at 94 miles per hour. The slider's at 87.5 miles per hour. His changeup will reach 85. Curveball gets up to about 79. And he will face Trey Turner to start things off in the top of the first inning. Turner in his career versus Verlander, 3 for 9 with the RBI, 3 walks, and he has not struck out ever against them. On the defensive side of the diamond for the Giants today, they have Wilmer Flores at first. The second baseman is going to be Casey Schmidt. The third baseman is Matt Chapman. And the shortstop is Willie Adames. Verlander comes set and delivers and throws a strike to Trey Turner. And we are underway. The ball is one strike. And the 0-1 to Turner, swinging a miss on a curveball that was outside or on the outside corner. In the outfield for the Giants, they got Ramos in left, Matos in right, and the center fielder is Jung-Hoo Lee. 0-2 on the way. It's a breaking ball that's taken for ball one. One ball, two strikes to Trey Turner. It's 63 degrees out in San Francisco. Very sunny out. The 1-2 pitch. It's down for ball two. Edwin Jimenez is the home plate umpire. Then you got Marvin Hudson at first, Phil Cuzzy at second, and Clint Vondrack at third. 2-2 to Turner. And he smacks this one over towards the right side. Diving stop by Flores. He has to get up. He throws it over to first to Verlander, and Verlander tags the bag. Almost stumbled on that first base bag, but he says he's all right. And so 3-1 on the ground out there by Trey Turner. Hi, chat. Hello, chat. I'm very happy to see you all. Heard about the inside the park homer. That was tough. Yeah, it was definitely a heartbreaker. That was one that was, I think it was the worst loss that they've had this year. But that's just me. It was certainly a bad loss, though. Here comes Kyle Schwarber. 28 homers for him. He had a 2-run shot in last night's game to give the Phillies the lead back in the 7th. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. No balls, one strike. And the 0-1, the Schwarber swinging a miss. He got a four-seamer at 96. So it's interesting. Verlander gave Turner a lot of off-speed pitches, and he's given Schwarber a lot of fastballs. Let us know how everybody is doing today. Verlander gets the signs from Bailey, winds up and delivers again, and it's outside for a ball. Bryce Harper is up next. One-two to Schwarber. And this one's lined out over to right field, and it's a foul ball. 1-0 Phillies, says Eagles. Captain Eagle Auto says, I'm still not over last night. Neither am I. But as Bob Seger would say, turn the page. 1-2. It's a foul ball over towards the left side. See, the players have to have that short-term memory. Phillies are tied with the Mets for the NL East. Mets, of course, have the tiebreaker. They're both 53 and 39. 1-2 to Schwarber, swinging a miss. He got a curveball that was going to dance inside. And Verlander gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. And Bryce Harper is coming up. Here's Harper, and he takes a pitch that is called a strike on the upper tier of the zone. Justin Verlander is 10th on the all-time strikeouts list. He has a career 3,477 strikeouts. 0-1 pitch. It's a foul ball. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icon. What are your final score predictions? Verlander comes set and deals and throws a slider that's low for ball one. Two away, top of the first. 1-2 to Harper, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts for Justin Verlander. And Heliot Ramos will lead off the bottom of the first for the Giants. Phillies will be right back in just a few moments. Oh boy. All right, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Roman. What's going on, Roman? What's up, Joe? How are you guys doing? We have Mark over here as well. John's here. Aloha. Didn't get to say hi to everybody. I apologize about that. The Giants lineup. Let's get to that right now. It'll be Heliot Ramos leading it off. Rafael Devers batting second. Willy Adames right behind Devers batting third. Matt Chapman is batting fourth. Fifth will be Wilmer Flores. Then you have Casey Schmidt batting sixth. Jung-Hoo Lee batting seventh. Eighth will be Luis Matos. And Andrew Neisner is the catcher today. It's not Patrick Bailey, so I stand corrected on that. And Jesus Luzardo is getting ready to throw the first pitch. And this one's grounded over towards the right side for a base hit. And it goes out to right field. So Nick Castellanos got it on the ground with his bare hand and threw it in stride over to second. But Heliot Ramos gets on with the leadoff single. Luzardo, 18 starts for him, 4.44 ERA. Doesn't tell the full truth as to how he's been doing, but he has been more inconsistent as of lately. The pitch, this one's grounded over the second base. The throw, the shortstop, there's one. The throw to first, there's two. And so two pitches, and on the first pitch, it was a single out to right. And on the second pitch, well, Devers grounds into a double play. So 2 outs. And Willy Adames is up next. The Giants are 5 games behind the Dodgers in the NL West. They've won their last 4 games. The Dodgers have lost their last 5. The pitch. It's a strike called just at the knees. The San Diego Padres are 1 game behind the Giants. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are 5.5 behind San Francisco. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adames hitting .224 this year. And here's the 1-1 from Luzardo. It's a swing and a miss. Over Adames' last 10 games, he's been heating up 2 homers, 10 RBI, and 7 runs scored. Here's the 1-2. It's upstairs. Last time that Luzardo faced the Giants. He went 5 1/3 and gave up 3 earned runs on 2 walks. And he struck out 4 batters. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And we're going to the top of the second inning. Phillies and Giants with no score so far. I'm going to take another quick step off. I gotta be right back. Don't go anywhere. Al Boma's going to lead it off here in the top of the second inning. Blaze Radio's here. What's up, Blaze? Hopefully Blaze is still tuning on in. Verlander throws a curveball, and that's taken at the knees for strike 1. Al Bohm hitting .279 in 88 games this year. And the 0-1, this one's going to be tapped over towards the third base side. It's barehanded over by Chapman. The throw over to first. It gets by Flores, and it bounces on into the dugout, I believe. And if it did, well, then Bohm is rewarded second base. Chapman almost made an excellent play as he got it on the ground, barehanded it. And it actually stayed on in. And so Bohm is just over at first. I believe that they're just going to call that an E5. But I'm wondering. The umpires are getting together to have a discussion here. I don't know what they're talking about. All right, so now Bowman's going over to second. Bob Melvin wants an explanation. And so does Matt Chapman. I couldn't tell, even on the replay, if the ball bounced on into to the dugout or what. Dusty Wathan was pointing on over to it and said that should make Bohm advance over to second. Bob Melvin is having a discussion with the Giants bench coach, I believe. But he's still out there complaining. Again, the crew chief for this afternoon. You have Edwin Jimenez behind the plate. Marvin Hudson at first. Phil Cuzzy at second. And Clint Vondrak over at third base. What's going on, Lou? How are you doing? So we'll get the scoring, the official scoring, in just a little bit. But regardless, Bohm is over at second. And Nick Castellanos is due up now. And the pitch to Casty, and he floats this one out over to left field. It's hooking foul, though, and it'll find the seats. So it's an infield single, and they do call it a throwing error on Chapman. But I think that as the 0-1 is going to be hit out over towards right field, Matos gets under it, makes the grab. There's one gone. Bohm tags up from second. He'll go on over to third. It was cut off by the shortstop, Adames. But Bohm advances, and he's now 90 feet away from scoring. Crazy. So they called it an infield single from Bohm. I just don't know if Chapman would have. I thought Chapman was going to get him out on a good throw, but ended up not happening. Infield playing in, and up to bat now is Max Kepler, who takes a curveball down for ball one. Kepler batting .212, 10 homers, 30 RBI. 1-0 pitch on the way. It's a foul ball. Verlander still pitching for the Giants. He had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. What's up, Mitch? Love the new logo, my friend. 1 ball, 1 strike. Verlander kicks, delivers, and it's in the dirt for ball 2. Go follow MK. If any of my mods are here, make sure that you drop his link down below. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. This one's going to be tapped over towards shortstop. Adames has it, throws it on over to first. It's in time. Bohm did not go to home plate. Wise decision. So there's 2 outs. Not a good at-bat there by Max Kepler. And JT Realmuto is coming up. And he just got on top of it. Just didn't time it well at all. 2 away, top of the second. A runner on at third. There's a beautiful curveball that's taken on the inside corner for strike 1. There you go. There's his channel. 0-1. Foul ball. Got 36 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Keep smashing it. Verlander's a 9-time All-Star. 3-time AL Cy Young Award winner. Also won the MVP and the Triple Crown back in 2011. JT is up in the 0-2. Is fouled off over towards the right side. JT is 4 for 13 against Verlander. It's good enough for a 3.08 average. Bowman at third. 2 outs. Top of the second, no score. And here's the 0-2 to JT. This one's grounded over towards the right side. It is a foul ball, though. Flores tried to hustle on over to it before it rolled out of play. This is how a Cowboys fan must feel. What? Huh. That one just rolled foul. No balls, 2 strikes to JT. Verlander kicks, deals, and throws a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. So the count is 1-2. The Phillies are off tomorrow. And then they will wrap up the first half of the season this weekend. Oh, JJ, it's not the first half of the season. It's pre-All-Star break. I still call it the first half. 1-2. This one's grounded into left field for a base hit. JT comes through with an RBI single as Bohm scores from third, and the Phillies go up 1-0. Bryson Stott. First pitch to Bryson, it's a fastball that's taken right down the middle at 94 miles per hour for strike 1. Oh boy. Charge! 0-1 is the count. And Verlander deals and throws a changeup on the outside corner for strike 2. There's a couple other games going on right now. We'll give you a look at the out-of-town scores in just a little bit. 0-2 pitch on the way to Stotts. Check swing. He went around. And that is going to end the inning. Phillies do go up 1-0, though, on an RBI single by JT Realmuto. And they'll be back. All right, let's take a look at some of the out-of-town scores. But before we actually do that, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We go on for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We cover all of them. We also are doing another episode of our Diamond Zone cast tomorrow. And yes, we will be on for all of the day covering Major League Baseball. Why do you ask? There's no games next week. I'm also going to be away next weekend. And so I want to try to put out as much content as I can. I'm addicted to the grind, and I want to give you guys really good content. If you guys if you're a fan of NFL Red Zone, and if you ask yourself, well, I wish MLB had something like that, this is the place to be. Because when we do our Diamond Zone casts, that's what we do. Non-stop action where we just go live and we take live look-ins for big moments in all of the baseball games. So we'll be live tomorrow for pretty much 12 hours. It's going to be a long day. And I think that we will get a little bit of a break between the 1 o'clock and the 5 o'clock games. But I do this for you guys. I think, and we have a lot of fun while we do it as well. So I encourage you all to join tomorrow. If one of my mods could actually drop a link to one of the other episodes that we did of Diamond Zone, I would appreciate that. I really would. All right. Luzardo is going to go back out there for the bottom of the second inning. Appreciate the sub. Thank you very, very much. The Dodgers and Brewers are tied 1-1. Dodgers do have runners on at first and second with 1 out in the top of the 7th. The White Sox lead at 2-1 against the Toronto Blue Jays in the top of the 7th inning. The Phillies and Giants are going to the bottom of the 2nd. And those are all the scores around Major League Baseball right now. Here comes Matt Chapman, and the first pitch is fouled back over towards the screen. People are like, where are you going? I can't tell you. I can't spoil it. I got to keep you all on your toes. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's a foul ball. I can't leak anything. No leaks from JJ. No leaks. Chapman batting .244 this year. Luzardo kicks and deals. Throws a sweeper that's wide for a ball. Luzardo was asking for a new baseball. And he got one. He kicks deals again and throws it outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. This one's grounded over to third, backhanded by Bohm. The throw over to first. Nice play by Bohm. Good job by Alec. He just was able to backhand it, and he threw it on the run over to first. And Bryce Harper caught it. That was an excellent play. Throw was a little bit high, and Harper jumped up, but didn't have to jump that high and tied the bag. Tough angle, too, for him, for Bohm. Here's the pitch to Flores. It's taken for a ball. He's also hitting .243 this year. 1-0 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Got a fastball. It's a miracle, says John. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. It's taken way up high for ball 2. He did not go. Two balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 delivery is inside for ball 3. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy birthday, Angel. 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. All right, did somebody time that person out? Someone time him out. Thanks, Larry. I really enjoy the Diamond Zone, JJ. It's a lot of fun. And it's easy to follow. 3-2, foul ball. What I do is I have a game on the TV, a game on the iPad, a game on the laptop, a game on the old laptop, and sometimes we have to bring out the PlayStation as well if we have 5 games going on concurrently. 3-2 pitch, foul ball. And the phone. Can't forget about the phone. 3-2 pitch. Line drive past the dive of Turner out to left field. He was late. And it's a base hit by Wilmer Flores. I thought maybe Turner was going to catch that. So it's a 1-out single.
Are you related to the guy who does Mavericks Today on YouTube? Spitting image, except he doesn't have your great baritone resonance. Check it out.
Huh. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat, my friend. Here comes Casey Schmidt. And the pitch is grounded foul towards the left side. Mavericks Today on the YouTube. I'll have to check him out. Wonder what his name is. The ball is 1 strike. And Luzardo comes set and deals. Throws a pitch that's on the upper tier of the zone for strike 2. Casey Schmidt is in the box. Luzardo gets set again and fires again. And it's fouled off. Pretty good crowd at Oracle Park. 0-2 delivery. And it's low. Angel says thank you. Yeah, hopefully you're having a good day. The 1-2 delivery. It's off the plate for ball 2. So the count is now 2-2. 610-314-0844 is how you call on into the show. After the game, we have a post-game show that we do, where we do more so like a podcast, if you will, and we wrap up the game, give up our thoughts, and it's really awesome. 2-2 is fouled off. Batters are hitting .297 against Jesus Luzardo this year. when he has runners on. They're hitting 268 when there's nobody on. Luzardo with the 2-2. And tie again for ball 3. Three-two pitch. Fouled away. Y'all are just better, says Braves champs. The Dodgers did just take the lead. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo kicks and fires again. And another foul ball by Schmidt. He's definitely working up the count. Phillies have been outscored in this series so far, 7-4. Nine pitches in this at-bat. And here's the 10th. It's outside for ball 4. And runners are on at first and second base. With 1 out. Excuse me. So Flores is at second base. And Schmidt is on at first. And we will have a meeting on the mound. So Chapman grounded out. Excellent play by Baum. Flores at second, Schmidt at first, and Jung-Hoo Lee is due up next. Jesus Luzardo, 30 pitches. Lefty versus lefty. And Luzardo kicks, deals, and throws a strike on the outside corner. Nothing and 1 is the count. And the windup and the next pitch is fouled away over towards the right side. Y'all can take Bryce Elder, says Braves. Yeah, we'll have 2 Bryces. The 0-2 pitch. Tie for a ball. Imagine Wheeler and Strider on the same team. That'd be crazy. Imagine Wheeler and Sale on the same team. The 1-2 pitch. It's a foul ball. That's right. The 1-2 delivery, here it comes. Swing and a miss. And Luzardo gets a strikeout. That's his second one this afternoon. Lee lost his helmet as he went fishing after that off-speed pitch. And now Luis Matos, sitting underneath the Mendoza line, is in the box. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Luzardo deals, throws a changeup. Knee high. For strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a line drive foul ball over towards the first base side. It goes out of play. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Phillies lead at 1-0 on an RBI single by JT. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And so Jesus Luzardo gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the second inning. We're headed to the top of the third. 1-0 Phils Be back in just a few moments. I was just looking up the guy who does Mavericks today. I don't really see the resemblance, unless I'm looking at the wrong one. Justin Verlander's going to go out there to pitch the top of the third. I mean, I guess I see the glasses. I see a little bit of the beard. Brandon Marsh is going to lead it off. He's playing out in center field. 70 total games for Brandon Marsh this year. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and Verlander with his 33rd pitch. It's taken up high as Marsh showed bunt, took it back in time, and it's 1-0. Larry's the stats. I'm the emotion, and Scott drives the 60 Lincoln. 1-0 pitch. This one's grounded over towards the first base side. It's picked up by Flores. He takes about 4 steps to get over to first base, and he does, to get Marsh out. Turner is first in batting average amongst National League shortstops. He's also first in WAR and first in hits. 1 away, top of the third. And Verlander throws a curveball that's off target for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Verlander fires and throws a changeup on the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Turner. That's a foul ball. Hit over towards the left side. Justin gets the signs from his catcher, Neisner, and throws the 1-2. And it's hit foul towards the Giants' tarp at third base. Congratulations to Phillies ball boy Adam Crognall. He's been selected to the 2025 All-Star Game ball crew. That's awesome. 1-2 pitch. And that is taken low and outside for ball 2. That's awesome. Two-two pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Trey Turner is down on strikes. He was named a couple of days ago as finalist for this year's All-Star Ball crew. Fans have an opportunity to vote on 4 finalists, 2 top plays, 2 wild cards, to pick 2 that will be featured at next week's All-Star game at Truist Park, and he was one of the people that got named. That's cool. Here's Kyle Schwarber, and the pitch is taken down for a ball. 1-0 pitch. It's a slider. It's on the upper third of the zone for strike 1. Phillies lead at 1-0. They got an RBI single from JT back in the top of the second. That was his 28th RBI. 1-1, swing and a miss on a pitch that was in the dirt. And Schwarber shakes his head. Counts 1-2. Schwarber has not had a lot of success against Justin Verlander. And, well, that'll continue as the 1-2 pitch is taken on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And Kyle Schwarber is down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. We're heading to the bottom of the third. Not a lot of action in this one so far. 1-0 Phillies on 2 hits. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. Let us know how we're doing on the likes mods and how many people are watching. I would really appreciate that. For those of you that don't know, I will not be here next weekend. I'm going away. Can't say where it is, but I will not be here next weekend. So, look, okay, there have been highs, there have been lows with this baseball team. I do want to take a moment, though, to all of you who have been supporting the channel, that have been on here every day to support the Phillies. It really does show loyalty, and it's just really awesome. And it tells me how great of a community that we have. And I don't think that we get to like pat ourselves on the back. And I'm not like trying to say that, you know, we deserve a standing ovation or anything, but I do want to just say thank you for all of you that have been tuning on into the whole entire journey and that have been here during the good, the bad, and the ugly days. Because it means a lot to me, and it also shows how much you care. Not just about me, but about the Phillies, no matter what it is. So, just wanted to say that. It's a cool crew that we have. Beautiful day out in San Francisco. Always want to say Santa Clara. Nope. Luzardo's going to go back out there for the bottom of the third. The pitch is inside for ball 1. The guy that's up to bat. It's Andrew Neisner. 14 games for Neisner behind the plate. Playing for Patrick Bailey. 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball that's taken for strike 1. Here in the bottom of the third. Absolutely. Dilated entertainment. What's going on, my friend? 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Luzardo today, 41 total pitches. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one is high and not as deep as I thought it was going to go. Just goes in front of the warning track, and the catch is made by Max Kepler. And Eisner flies out. It was a mistake thrown by Luzardo. It was right down the middle, but He got the out. And Heliot Ramos is coming up. We got 163 freaks on here tapping on in with us. We hope that you guys are having a great afternoon. The pitch is taken for strike one. For all the Giants fans out there, again, I seriously do encourage you all to tune on into our Diamond Zone cast. And we also will be doing some more Giants games, so that's why you should also subscribe to the channel. The pitch, this one is flied out over towards right field. Castellanos goes into foul territory, makes the catch, and there's two away. He caught that just on top of the netting before the ball obviously hit the net. That was a good catch. There's two outs. So Ramos fouls out to right. And Rafael Devers, the DH, is up at the plate, and he takes strike one. The 0-1 pitch. It's a sweeper at the knees for strike two. Any of you Giants fans ever been to Oracle Park? I've always wanted to go. 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and Rafael Devers strikes out. And Luzardo able to get himself a 1-2-3 inning. We're heading to the fourth inning. The grounds crew's going out there. Phillies lead at 1-0. Outdoor fever, indoor. Great memory to hold with you freaks. Huh. How about the Fury at the vet? I was an honorary ball boy. My dad ran Thompson Toyota and got the invite for his sons. Really? About that. Dilated Entertainment says, yes, been there when it was called Pac Bell Park. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, my dad is a Giants fan. He's a San Francisco fan. He's not from San Fran. But he loved Willie Mays, loved Joe Montana, and that's who he grew up rooting for. And even though I didn't get to see Willie Mays, I think personally he's one of the greatest players of all time. I also think that McCovey is one of the best hitters of all time, personally. I have a lot of respect for the Giants. They're a very well-run organization. They have a lot of class. I sort of think about them as the San Antonio Spurs of baseball, you know, in the more recent years. I'd say like over the last, really during my childhood, 2010s. But it's cool. Verlander with 44 pitches, 33 strikes, 3 innings of work, 5 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed. And Bryce Harper comes up to the plate, and he takes the first pitch that he sees way up high for ball one. Was your dad ever at Polo Grounds? I want to say yes, but I don't know. He would have to answer that. If he's tuning on in, I'll have to answer that. 1-0. That's taken down. It's actually outside for ball 2. You went inside the Coke bottle slide, really? How was that experience? 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch is a foul ball. See, I really like it when we get other people that come on that are rooting for the opponent, because these are the types of conversations I like to have too. I like to get everybody involved, right? Because at the end of the day, sure, we root for our teams, but we like to learn about each other, and we welcome everybody. The 2-1 pitch, it's inside for ball 3. So the count is 3-1 to Bryce Harper. Red batting gloves for Bryce today. 3-1 pitch on the way to Harper. This one's flied out over towards deep left field. That's going back over towards the track, and it is gone! And It's about time. Bryce Harper hits a homer. And he puts the Phillies up 2-0. That's Bryce's 10th homer of the season. Two nothing Phils. Harper with his 10th homer, his first since June 3rd. And he was due. Bohm is up. And the pitch. Swinging on a miss. No balls, one strike. Verlander kicks and delivers. And this one's grounded over to short. It's picked up by Adames. The throw over to first is in time. And there's the first down of the inning. Boy, did Bryce need that. It's got to help your confidence. And Nick Castellanos is up next. Verlander winds up and delivers, and this is a foul ball. It doesn't matter if Verlander's struggling or not. As a hitter, he'll take it. You just haven't been producing ever since you came back. You're 4 for your last 24, and whatever it takes to have you get a homer, it's just like, I guess it's kind of like in basketball. You see the ball go through the hoop. It's just nice to have that happen. 0-1. Swing on the miss. So the count's now 0-2. San Diego. That's where we play next. Oh, 2. That's down for a ball. One out. And the 1-2 to Nick Castellanos. It's low and outside for ball 2. We are brutal, but honest. I love that. Under 64 people on here tuning on in. It's great. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. And the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He did not go. That was close. Regardless, though, it's a full count. That was close. 3-2 pitch. This one's going to be blooped out over towards center field. On the run, though, is Lee, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Harper led off the inning with an opposite field homer. Bohm then grounded out to short. And Nick Castellanos flied out to shallow center field. The next man up is Max Kepler, hitting on the left side of the plate. And he takes a changeup at the knees. And he's down in the count 0-1. Verlander kicks, deals, and throws a changeup that's in there for strike 2. Kepler, when he was on the Twins, faced Verlander a lot when he was in the American League, when he was on the Tigers, towards the end of his tenure as a Tiger, and also some of the time on the Astros. 1-1, and that's in there for strike 2. He's just 3 for 28 against them with 11 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's up high for ball 2. I'm late, but I'm here, says Travis. I'll catch you up. Verlander will get the signs again. He winds up, he fires, and Kepler taps it foul. In case you are just tuning on in, Phillies took a 1-0 lead in the top of the second off of an RBI single by JT Realmuto. And then Bryce Harper hit a solo homer in the top of the fourth out to left field. It just went into the first row. Kepler will call for time. It was a solo shot. Kepler is 10 for 48 against Giants pitching, period. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And Kepler strikes out. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. The Phillies do get another run, though, as Bryce Harper sends one out to left field. And so, the Phillies lead it 2-0, and they'll be back. All right, and so will we. I'm going to step off real quick. Here's a random outside of the box question for you guys. All right. Just thought about this right now. I don't even know what my answer would be to this, but I would like to hear your thoughts. All right. You go to the game. You're allowed to go to the game with one celebrity. It could be a baseball player. It could be anybody. It could be any celebrity out there. Who would it be? Who would you go to the game with? Again, not family member, just unless your family member is a celebrity. Then I guess that would make sense. But just any type of celebrity. If you were to go to the game with one celeb, who would it be? Luzardo will pitch in the bottom of the fourth, and the pitch is taken for a strike. It looked a little bit high to Willie Adames. I'm going outside of baseball. That's what I'm going to do. No balls, one strike. And the 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball. I'm going outside of baseball. One ball, one strike. And it could be dead or alive. Actually, we'll stick to alive. We'll stick to alive. Pitch is outside for ball two. Bradley Cooper. Ooh, that's a good one. Jalen Hurts. Ernie Johnson. I love that. Ernie Johnson's a good one. 2-1, and that's in there for strike two. Cooper Deshaun. You mean Cooper DeJean? 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is fouled off over towards the left side. I don't even know who I want to go to the game with now. These are good answers. I can't lie. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Luzardo. It's a foul ball. Sabrina Carpenter, says Larry. Really? Tyler. That's funny. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. And so there's 5 strikeouts for Jesus Luzardo on the afternoon. Wow. These are good answers, guys. I like them a lot. Here's Matt Chapman, and the first pitch is grounded over towards shortstop. It's backhanded by Turner. The throw by Turner is low, but dug out by Harper, and he records the second out of the inning. Well, say what you want about Bryce Harper at the plate. I will tell you that his defense over at first base, I know that he struggled the other night, and some people will say that he shouldn't have dove for that ball, but when it comes to just fielding on the receiving end of ground balls, he is so good at stretching and digging out balls that are in the dirt. He does a great job with that. 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Wilmer Flores. It's inside for a ball. Euchre's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I would love to go to the game with. 1-0 pitch is down and in for ball 2. So the count is 2-0. So if I go to the game with somebody, I'd want to go with somebody that I'd have a good time with. You know? Like, I don't just want to go with a random celebrity. 2-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike. It would have to be somebody that also really likes baseball. Or somebody that's, like, interested in getting to know the game more. 2 balls, 1 strike. Luzardo kicks and fires and throws a strike. It's a changeup. It catches the inner third of the zone. Merrill Reese. That's a good one. Somebody said JJ. Appreciate that. 2-2 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th. 2 outs. Nobody on. Payoff pitch. It's a foul ball. And that one goes out of play. I've stumped myself on this question. 3-2 pitch. This one's hit out over towards right field. It's going to get down for a base hit as Castellanos plays it on a hop. And Flores gets on with a 2-out single. That's the second time that he's gotten on base today. What else are people saying in the chat? I mean that. We'd have a blast. I appreciate that very, very much. If I'm thinking of athlete, I would love to go to a game with Tyrese Maxey. The pitch, this one's grounded over to short. Turner has it on a hop, and he throws it on over to first. It's in time, and we are heading to the top of the 5th inning. Phillies are up 2-0. I would also love to go with Ryan Howard, just because he was my favorite player growing up. That would be really cool. But if it weren't an athlete, Ernie Johnson's a good one. I was going to say Rich Eisen, but then I realized, I like Rich. I do like Rich. I do. But I'm hesitant because he's a New York fan. So if the Yankees are in town, no. Sorry. Can't do that. But yeah, those are some that I thought of. If it's a celebrity that's not an athlete or whatnot, I probably would choose. I don't know who's like getting on into the sport. I don't just want to say one person. That's a little bit weird. I'm like thinking of people from the gaming community that I follow, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. JJ, I think you go with a Hall of Fame. Nice, man. A Hall of Famer. Yeah. If I would go with a Hall of Famer, I don't know. A Hall of Famer. JT Realmuto is up. And the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Just at the knees. Pujols would be fun to go to. Or he would be a good one to go with. 0-1. Swing and a miss. To JT Realmuto. Yes, Schwarber, it is you. What's this snowman? Yes, Harper, it is you. It always will be you forever and ever. No balls, 2 strikes to JT. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Justin Verlander gets himself his 7th strikeout of the afternoon. And JT is down on strikes. Has anybody ever gone on a date to the ballpark? Has anybody ever taken somebody on a date to the park? Koufax would have been a good one. The pitch. This one's lined out over to left field for a base hit. And Bryson Stott gets on base with a 1-out single. I would go with our Philly freaks. So Brandon Marsh is due up now. Phillies lead it 2-0. Stott gets on with an opposite field single. And Marsh steps on up to the plate. The pitch to Marsh. This one's lined out over to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It plays off of a bounce from Matos. Stott stops at second. And so we have runners on at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Yes, sir, she was a yapper. Oh, gosh. Did you like it? Did you have fun? What was the experience like? Trey Turner is going to come on up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Charge! Stott's at second. Marsh is at first. And Verlander is going to get a new pitch comm device. Is that Verlander? No, it's Casey Schmidt. Schmidt is going to get a new device. I always thought I better not drop the foul ball. The pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. My German flight attendant friend took me to a Rockies game. Really? Oh, wait, yeah, I remember you told me the story. Now I remember. I forget what the end... You said something funny, though, about it. 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. You'll have to tell it again. Tell it to Chad again. 1-1 pitch. It's down for ball 2. I take Stott to the game just so he couldn't play. This is Captain Eagle Auto. You would take Stott on a date? No, I'm kidding. 2-1. Swing and a miss. We're talking about dates. But that is funny. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Turner. This one's grounded over to third base. The tag to third. There's one. The throw over to first. Not in time. It gets on by Flores. And Flores will throw it over towards the plate. And Marsh goes over to third. And so Turner goes over to second base. Matt Chapman with 2 bad throws today. And, well, he gets charged with his second error. It was a fielder's choice and an error from Matt Chapman. And Kyle Schwarber is up next for Philadelphia. Wow. So the Giants defense dealing with some problems. And Turner, by the way, not at second. He's over at first. Just wanted to make sure that I stated that. First pitch to Kyle Schwarber, swinging a foul ball. Schwarber has not had a good series. Well, sorry, scratch that. He's not had a good day. He did homer last night. Really, other than the homer, though, it hasn't been a good series. Oh, 1. That's inside for a ball. Chat is funny because we're winning. Well, I don't really trust this lead, but we'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. I love chat. I like it when we can have these types of conversations that are open, that are fun, and then we get back to the game. The 1-2 to Schwarber. It's up high for ball 2. All right, so here's the story. All right, John says, we met in the hot pond after surfing. She was stacked. She invited me to camp on my own land. She brought beer, and we explored lava tubes. The shower later at my house was epic. 2-2 on the way. This one's flied out over towards right center field. Lee gets under it, makes the grab, and the inning is over. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Didn't think I'd hear details about that part, but I should have known. Lee will lead it off. Then it'll be Matos and Neisner. Gosh. Who are you guys? Lava tubes. Crazy. That's funny. I'm so sick of people being left on bases, Dr. MP. I agree. I'm tired of leaving guys on. I'm also just tired of not watching fun baseball, you know? Explored the lava tubes. Was she a redhead? Oh my gosh. Chat. The struggle is real, says LP. Let's go, Phillies. Hit that thumbs up button, people. We go on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We also do cover some of the Giants games, and we do a baseball red zone type of a cast called the MLB Diamond Zone. It's really called Diamond Zone with JJ. Those overalls are cool. Anybody have a pair of Phillies overalls? I'm not looking for any. Trust me. I'm just curious. Because some of them are actually look really awesome. Next thing they went to the lava tree. That was icing on the cake. No balls, 1 strike to Jung-Hoo Lee, and the next pitch is taken for strike 2. Literally and figuratively. 0-2. That's down for a ball. One-two pitch. This one's grounded over towards the right side. It's a foul ball. Send him to his P.O. box, y'all. I don't want overalls. But yeah, we are getting a P.O. box. I'll let you know when it's out. I'll leak it all when I can. 1-2 pitch. This one's flied out over towards right field. Castellanos is there as he backs up, waits for it, and makes the grab. One gone. I'm at the beach, my friend. Which beach? Which beach are you at? Tune in Friday. Thursday for Diamond Zone. Thursday. That's tomorrow. From 1 till probably 1. You guys are funny being so dirty. I'll send you some Giant socks. Dude, that'd be sick. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is taken for a strike. It's a changeup. That'd be so sick. Luzardo kicks, deals, and throws a changeup at the knees on the inside corner for strike 2. Luis Matos is up at the plate. The Giants have 3 hits, no runs, 2 errors, both from Matt Chapman. One-two on the way, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jesus Luzardo, give him 6 chairs in the chat. Let's go. Oh, he's serious. This isn't the first time he's bragged about it. No, I heard the story. I just don't remember how it ended. That's what I didn't hear. You went to a Rockies game afterward. You went to a Rockies game. Yeah. Do you remember if the Rockies won? Were you focused on the game? I don't mean that like jokingly. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. And this is to Andrew Neisner. Subway. I'm not a fan of Subway, the fast food chain. Is that weird? Never look at a Popeye field the same again. The ball is 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch. This one's grounded over to first. Harper actually got to it and tagged the bag for out number 3. And we are going to the top of the 6th. That was a nice play by Harper, too, because he had the ball it was really close to actually hitting the first base bag, so he had to get to it quickly and then just tag the bag in stride. All right. And we're going to the 6th. Phillies lead it 2-0. Bay Area Music Lens, thank you for the sub. I thank you very, very much for popping on by. We do not cover the Giants fully, but we do the Giants. We do some Giants games. Should I just say Papaya again, please? Isn't that how you say it? I don't like Subway either. I was referring to the mile-long club. No, I understand what you were referring to. It just made me think about Subway, the fast food chain. I did like seeing Ryan Howard on those Subway commercials, though. That was cool. Did you... Hold up a second. Okay. Somebody explain something to me, okay? Since when did Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard have a podcast? Since when? I didn't know. It's on MLB's channel. They have a podcast. I don't remember what it's called, but I just, heard about it the other day, and I'm like, how come nobody has promoted this? How come the Phillies don't talk about it. They have a podcast. I didn't know that. Did anybody else know? Papaya. Okay. Thank you. Now I don't sound dumb. Papaya. Gotcha. P-A Paya. No, kidding. Yeah, they have a podcast. Top of the 6th, and Bryce Harper is up. And he takes the first pitch outside and high, thrown from Justin Verlander. So many players these days do their own podcast, so I'm not surprised. Yeah. Well, NBA players, yep. The pitch to Harper. This one is lined into the left center field gap. It goes all the way towards the wall. Harper's going to get an easy stand-up double as the throw is cut off by Adames. And Bryce Harper is at second base with his second extra base hit of the ball game. Wow. It's called the 611 Podcast with Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard. I had no clue. So Harper gets on with his 14th double of the season. Cove like stove, not dove. Well, they call it McCovey's Cove, correct? Isn't that what it's called? Out in right field. It's not McCovey's Cove. Can somebody correct me? The pitch. It's taken for a strike. Correct me if I'm wrong. No balls, 1 strike to Alec Bohm. And Bohm's going to fight this one off. It's hit over towards the right side of second base, and it's caught. And there's one away. It didn't sound dumb. Well, I thought I did. Larry says no. No what? McCovey's Cove like stove. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Then why do they call it Cove if his name is McCovey? It's weird. No balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. And the pitch is grounded foul over towards the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. Verlander with 85 pitches. A runner on over at second. The 0-2 pitch. It's a wild pitch. It's going to bounce away from the catcher Neisner. And Harper jogs on over to third base. Because cove is a word for a body of water. Well, that's stupid. I like Cove better. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Nick Castellanos. And it's outside and low for ball 2. I'm sticking with Cove. I'm kidding. Joey Lucchesi is warming up in the Giants bullpen. I got that one right. 2-2 pitch. It's down low and away for ball 3. Dilated Entertainment laughs. It was a code before there was baseball. Times have changed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch. This one's lined out to left field for a base hit. Harper's going to come on home. And the Phillies lead it 3-0 as Nick Castellanos gets on with an RBI single. Good piece of hitting by him. Here comes Max Kepler to the plate, and he takes the first pitch down for a ball. Verlander at 90 pitches. Don't see any action in the bullpen. 1-0 pitch. It's grounded over towards the first base side. It's a foul ball. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. The Covey's a lava tube. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch is taken outside for ball 2. The throw to second base. It's not in time. It gets on by Adames. And Castellanos goes over to third. That went out to center field. And Nick Castellanos is 90 feet away from scoring. He tried to steal last night, if you remember, but then the ball was fouled. He had to go back over to first. But Casti got himself a good jump. Neisner threw it on over to second base, and as he tried to give it to Adames just could not hang on to the ball. He had to come running on in a little bit, and then it bounced off the tip of his glove. He tried to avoid a collision over at second on a slider. Whatever the case was, he didn't want to get hurt. And then the ball just bounced off of Castellanos and it kicked out over to center field. Next pitch is taken for a strike to Max Kepler. Very wordy on that. The 3-1 pitch. This one's flied out over towards left field. This will at least get Castellanos home. It goes back towards the track. Ramos makes the catch. Castellanos will score. It's an RBI sacrifice fly by Max Kepler. And that was caused because of Castellanos. He did it himself. 4-0 Phils. Top of the 6th. 2 away. And Verlander still pitching. Bob Melvin not doing anything. And the pitch is a curveball that's taken at the knees for strike 1. Run, Turtle, run. 0-1 to JT. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. It's going back over towards the track. It's caught, though, by Lee. Right on the track. And the inning is over. The Phillies do get 2 more runs, thanks to an RBI single by Nick Castellanos and a sac fly, but from Max Kepler. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Philadelphia. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. 228 people watching. Great stuff. Great stuff. They must be throwing the game. Must be throwing the game after the 2 wins is Dilated Entertainment. Yeah, don't understand, but for the Phillies' sake, we'll take that. We got to get as many runs as possible. Well, we haven't played actual baseball for a couple of days, so yeah, no, you're right. It's been a couple of nights. Dad jokes. Don't you love them? But I get what you're saying. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you know when we do go live. Not to bring up old news, but the Giants and the Athletics teamed up to make MLB history in their respective wins on Monday night. The pitch is taken for a strike. Luzardo's still pitching, by the way, for Philadelphia. We're in the bottom of the sixth, 4-0 Phils. 0-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Early in the evening, Lawrence Butler led off the Athletics' eventful 10-1 win over the Braves with an inside-the-park homer. It was really Tuesday night. Those two feats, along with Patrick Bailey's inside-the-park homer, had never been accomplished in the same day. For the first time in MLB history, Butler had a leadoff inside the park homer to start off the game, and Patrick Bailey ended the game on a walk-off inside the park homer. That's never happened before. One ball, two strikes. And the 1-2 pitch, it's grounded over to short. It's played on the hop by Turner. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time. There's one away. Butler was also the first A's player with a multi-homer game in which he hit both an inside-the-park and a fence-clearing homer since Billy Williams did it in August of 1975. Here's Rafael Devers, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. Devers 0 for 2. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Bottom of the sixth, one out. And the 1-0 pitch. It's a foul ball. So I still didn't answer the question about which celebrity I would go to the game with. You know, I would go to the game with Olivia Rodrigo. I would. I just think that she's a really cool person. I would just like to hang out with Olivia. You know? That'd be really cool. I feel like she would be just a cool person to hang out with, period. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss. So that's my answer after 4 innings. 1-2, and that's up high for ball 2. Wow, JJ, it took you forever to answer that, yeah? Better late than never. Of course you would, says Larry. Yeah. Mila Kunis, that's another good one. 2-2. That's a foul ball. Two pitch on the way. It's a foul ball. JJ's got a crush, maybe. But no, I would low key, like. Honestly, like I just feel like just going out to the game with her would just be really cool, you know. 2-2. This one's grounded over to first. Harper has it. Underhand flip over to Luzardo. It's in time for out number 2. Jessica Alba, sports fan. Yeah, you know, I was just looking. I saw her on something the other day. I was like, wow, Jessica Alba. Shibby. What's up, Shibby? Not Siri. Shut up, Siri. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Sorry, Siri. I didn't mean to say that. Here's Adames. And the first pitch is fouled back right behind home plate. The Brewers are tied 2-2 against the Dodgers. They're in the bottom of the 10th. The ghost runner is at second base, and there's nobody out. Would you take her out to dinner after the game, says Joseph? Depends. How we vibing? You know? Does she just want to hang out? If she does, I would be down. 0-2 pitch. It's a foul ball. Willie Adames is up at the plate. And the 0-2, it's up high for a ball. One does not simply walk into lava tips. 1-2 pitch. It's way up high for ball 2. To Willie Adames. You buy me with 10 beers, dude. Those things are not cheap at the ballpark. Those are not cheap. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Jesus Luzardo, 6 shutout innings. As we head to the top of the 7th, the Phillies lead it 4-0 against the Giants. Kaiser would be really fun to go. Actually, RDC World would be great to go to the game. It would be great to go to a game with them. If we were talking about streamers. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Join in on the conversations too. Because we love to interact with you all. We like talking and listening and just having fun. 10 beers equal over $100. Did you say 100,000? 100K? Yeah. Sports Fury are some cool guys. Sports Fury, you know, I gotta check them out. I do. I go to the game with I Show Speed, says David. Yeah, he'd be an interesting person to go to the game with as well. Yeah. There's some good options. There's a lot. How about Kyle Schwarber? Wouldn't it be fun to go to a Phillies game with Kyle Schwarber? Top of the 7th. 4-0 Phils. Maybe even topper. Not just kidding. So JT had an RBI single back in the top of the 2nd. Bryce Harper had a solo homer in the top of the 4th. And then Nick Castellanos had an RBI single in the top of the 6th. And Kepler drove Castellanos in on a sac fly. Brewers beat the Dodgers. They won 3-2. They walked it off. The pitch. The Bryson Stott is taken for a ball. Joey Lucchesi is out there to pitch for San Francisco. Kirby Yates got the loss. Trevor McGill got the win. And the big question is, who got the walk-off hit? Who did get the walk-off hit? Jackson Chourio. 1-0 pitch. And that is taken for a called strike to Bryson Stott. One ball, one strike to Bryson Stott. And here's the pitch. It's taken down for ball 2. Anybody else want to say who they would go to a baseball game with as a celebrity, dead or alive? Or sorry, alive. 2-1 pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. Any of you guys been to any amusement park recently? I have not. I have not been to one since, honestly, before COVID. But chat, what about you? 2-2. This one's chopped over to shortstop. Adames has it on 2 bounces, and he throws it over to first. It's in time for out number 1. Jerry Seinfeld, says Doug. Thought you were going to say Jerry Sheffield. Gary Sheffield. Jerry Seinfeld, yeah. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. Went to Six Flags a couple of years ago, says Sema. Or sorry, says David. Nobles Amusement Park. Where's that? Nobles or Nobels? 1-0. It's a foul ball. Hit off the foot of Brandon Marsh. One ball, one strike. Phillies lead it 4-0. Lucchese on to relief Justin Verlander. And the 1-1 to Brandon Marsh. It's fouled away. Joey's stats this year so far, 3.68 earned run average. Phillies have lost 225 times to the Giants. Is that correct? And they've won 144 games. It's like their lowest win. That's like one of their lowest winning percentages. 2-1 pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Lucchese has a 3.86 earned run average. This year he's 0-1. 2-2 pitch. It's a foul ball. 7 innings for Joey. 7 strikeouts. 2 walks. Spent his last 3 seasons with the New York Mets. And then before that was on the San Diego Padres. Started off his career as a starter. I think he actually got to play with Matt Strom. 2-2 pitch. And that is inside. Did he go, though? He did not. And so the count is now 3-2. Three and 2 is the count. The pitch. That's a foul ball. Lucchese, 6 feet 5 inches tall, 228 pounds. And he kicks, fires, and the pitch is grounded back up the middle for a base hit. And Brandon Marsh gets on with a 1-out single here in the top of the 7th inning. I appreciate that, John. I'd love to go to a game with you guys. I am serious about, I'm still serious about getting a booth. And doing like a little tailgate table before a Phillies game. Once I find out the details and I work out the logistics, I will let you guys know about that. The ball is 1 strike to Trey Turner. 1 away, top of the 7th. Trey today 0 for 3. And Lucchese gets set and deals and throws a ball It's off the plate. I would go to a game with Weird Al, and we would act white and nerdy, in quotes. One pitch. Nats taken for ball 2. My brother works for Port St. Lucie Mets. Is that how you say it? As security, and met Jerry Seinfeld escorting him to his car. My brother's a Phillies fan, though. He hates the Mets, as he should. Wow, that's funny. Must have been an interesting household with him growing up. The 2-1 pitch to Trey Turner, and he lines this one foul towards the right side. I go to PA and catch a game, but need a passport or real ID now. I hear you. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. And Lucchesi kicks, delivers, and throws it again outside for ball 3. Lucchesi did pitch against the Phillies on Monday. Went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and struck out a batter. 3-2 pitch to Turner, swing and a miss, as Trey chases after the high heater. And there's 2 gone. Excuse me. Rays and Tigers are underway. Tampa Bay leads it 2-0. They're in the top of the second. Here's Kyle Schwarber. The first pitch is taken in the dirt, and it gets on by Neisner again. That's the second wild pitch that he has had to deal with today. And Marsh heads over to second base. I'd enjoy going to a game by my damn self, says Larry. You should. Tom and Ruben's garlic fries. Those look good. It must be one of their ballpark foods. That looks really, really good. He 1-0 to Schwarber, and it's taken for a called strike. 1-1 is the count. Let's go, baby. Charge! 4-0 Phils, and the 1-1 to Schwarber, and this one is flying out over towards left field. Backpedaling is Ramos over towards the warning track. He has room, and he'll make the catch. And the side is retired. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Matt Chapman will lead it off for the Giants when they return to action. All right. It is time for Phillies trivia. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay. So here's what I want to know. All right. This is what I want to know. Okay. Which Phillies players have won the Cy Young Award as a Philly? Which Phillies players have won the Cy Young Award as a Philly? I didn't put a timer on today. Which Phillies players have won the Cy Young Award as a Philly? Carlton? Yep. Easy one. More. Holiday. It's 2. Hamels. Nope. How it is 2. Robin Roberts. Did Robin Roberts win 1? Nope. Carlton and Halladay are 1 and 2. Keep going. Bedrosian. Yep. And 1 more. Denny. Good job. Good job. Larry got it. Larry got the final one. Yep, John Denny. Luzardo is going to pitch the bottom of the 7th as the first pitch is taken for a strike. Next pitch on the way is taken up high for ball 1. Roy Halladay, Steve Bedrosian, John Denny, and Steve Carlton. 1-1. That's up high for ball 2. Mike Jaworski. Luzardo gets the signs, kicks, delivers, and the pitch to Chapman, swing and a miss. Matt Chapman today has not had a good day defensively. He's had 2 errors. He's also 0 for 2 at the plate. Rising Rhino is here. He's had a very good day, unlike Matt Chapman. What is up, Rising Rhino? 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up. It's hit out over towards shallow. It's actually hit out over towards the first base side. Harper backpedaled. Then he had to maneuver over towards his right side, and he caught it. And so there's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. 97 pitches for Jesus Luzardo, and Wilmer Flores is coming up to the plate for the Giants. Zach better win 1. Hey, Zach better win 1. Be nice for Ranger and Sanchez to get 1. But yeah, you're right. Zach better win 1. The pitch is fouled off. Rising Rhino. Somebody drop his link down below. 0-1. Foul ball. There's Pat Burrell, the Giants hitting coach. Of course, he's a Phillies and a Giants legend. Pat the Bat Burrell. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2. It's a foul ball. I wouldn't really call him a legend, but he's beloved in San Francisco and in Philadelphia. I'll put it to you that way. That sounds better. 0-2 pitch. This one's flat out over towards right field. It is a foul ball as it hits the netting. And Flores has to go back to the plate. He'll do it again. 101 pitches for Jesus Luzardo. I assume that this will be Zeus's final batter. Oh, 2 pitch. This one's grounded sharply over to third, picked up by Bohm. He takes his time, throws it over to first, and Flores is retired for out number 2. There's the second out of the inning. Luzardo is walking back towards the hill. He takes a quick breath. And Tanner Banks is warming up. So he's going to stay out there. Wow. Final batter for Luzardo, and he throws a pitch. It's a slider that's in there for a strike. 0-1. It's a foul ball. J.J. Stieber-Drojan won the Cy Young Award with the Phils. That's correct. Did it in 1987. Embrace the struggle. Haven't seen you on here in a little bit of time. Here's Casey Schmidt. Saw him back up in the top of the second get on with a walk. We also saw him after that. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch. It's now 1-2 count. 28 balls, 77 strikes for Jesus Luzardo. The 1-2 pitch. It's popped up over towards shallow right field. Stock gets under it, though, and makes the grab over the shoulder. And the inning is over. We are going to the top of the 8th inning. 4-0, Philadelphia. I'm very conflicted, however, with this current Phillies team. Hey, guys, if you guys want to come on after the show, if you guys want to come talk to me, you're more than welcome to call on in. 610-314-0844 is how you call on in to the Phillies postgame show. If you're like, JJ, I don't want to call in, but I'll leave you a text message or I'll leave you a voicemail message, that's fine, too. That's totally fine. You can text us right now. You can text us later. You can text us during the middle of the night. I don't care. The hotline's open anytime. It is. The Yankees just DFA'd DJ LeMahieu. They owe him $22 million through next season. I really did not know that. He's getting older. Just hasn't had a good year. Injuries have certainly caught up to him, it seems. But DJ LeMahieu had a really nice career. Played very well with the Rockies. And had some good years with the Yankees, too. That was such a steal of a trade. I'll never forget when they got him. It's funny, the Rockies had DJ LeMahieu, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story. I think they also had Troy Tulowitzki at that time, too. And Charlie Blackmon. It's funny. For 4-0 Philadelphia. We're going to the top of the 8th. JT had an RBI single back in the 2nd inning. Harper had a solo homer in the top of the 4th, out the opposite way. Here's Bryce Harper to lead things off against Tristan Beck. And the pitch is taken for a ball. Phillies also got an RBI single from Nick Castellanos in the top of the 6th, that is. And then he scored on a sac fly. The pitch to Harper. There's a high fly ball. It's hit out over towards deep left center field. It's going back over towards the track. It's off the top of the wall. And Bryce Harper's going to jog on over to second base as he gets on with a stand-up double. If that was a little bit higher, that would have been gone. Harper's been hitting the ball very, very well today. 2 doubles and a solo homer for Bryce. Love to see that. Jung-Hoo Lee tried to go back towards that track, and it just hit off the very top of that short wall. And Harper gets on. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow we have another episode of Diamond Zone with JJ, where we will be on for a 12-hour stream. I assume it's going to be 12 hours. First pitch to Alec Bowman's taken for a strike. Phillies are off tomorrow. 0-1 pitch. It's up high for a ball. Tune on in. We go live. We go around Major League Baseball. We give you live updates and capture the big moments in all the games. It's awesome. Tony, we need this win. 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. And so the count is 2-1. Charge! First base line wide open. 2-1 pitch. This one's grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Bryce Harper is going to be rounding third. He'll come on in to score. Lee throws it over to shortstop. 5-0 Philadelphia. The 42nd RBI of the season for Alec Bohm. And he's on at first. The pitch on the way. This one's grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Nick Castellanos will get on with a single. There was some miscommunication up the middle between it was between Schmidt and Adames, and Castellanos is at second base. The ball just sort of scattered up the middle, and Adames was looking at Casey Schmidt, and it was like sort of a game of chicken. Like, no, like that's your ball, and they just watched it go by. And so regardless, 2 base runners on for the Phillies, and still nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Just got through that hole. Christian Beck still on the hill for San Francisco. And Max Kepler is up at the plate now. He's 0 for 2. Did not have a good day against Verlander. And the first pitch is a sweeper that's inside but swung on and missed for strike 1. Kepler's been really struggling with the off-speed pitches. You can see it. It's just clear as day. 0-1 to Max. He gets a fastball that time and fouls it off. Nobody out. Top of the 8th inning. Runners on at first and second. The 0-2 pitch to Kepler. It's up high for a ball. Seth Johnson and Matt Strom are getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. Johnson a righty, and Strom a lefty. Next pitch, and the count's now 2-2 as it was outside. Two-two pitch on the way. Another foul ball by Kepler. He fouls it off of his foot. He steps out of the box. The Giants play the Dodgers this weekend. That'll be interesting. Two balls, 2 strikes. Maybe we'll do that game on Friday. What time are the Phillies on? Oh wait, no, they're on at 9:40. I forgot they're in San Diego. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Max Kepler. Dodgers do play the Giants at 4:05 though. Maybe we'll do that game. 2-2 to Kepler. This one's lined out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It plays on a hop from Mato. Stopping over at third base is Bohm, and the bases are loaded for Philadelphia. Let's go. Base is juiced. Bomb. Beck just does not have his stuff, and the Phillies are taking advantage of him. Give the Phillies credit. They're doing a good job getting a hold of him. JT is up with the bases loaded. And the pitch. This one's fouled off. I'm surprised that the Giants infield, not trying to give them any ideas, but they're not playing in. They're sort of, the middle infielders are back. No balls. 1 strike to JT. And the 0-1 is outside for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to JT. Line drive, base hit out to left field. Boom's going to score. And runners are at all bases again. The bases are still loaded for the Phillies. and JT makes it 6-0. This is getting ugly, but the Phillies doing their job in the top of the 8th. And the Giants will take a timeout. Wow. 2 runs in the 8th inning, and by the way, nobody out. And Bryson Stott is going to be the next batter. Nice. I'll take us as embrace the struggle. There's still baseball left to go. Let's go. All right, come on. Rojas is going to be the pinch runner now over at second base for Max Kepler. Interesting. I don't know if they brought him on in before. I don't think that they did. Bryson Stott is up. Be nice to blow this thing wide open now. First pitch to Stott. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. This will get the runner home. Lee tracks it down, makes the catch. Casty tags up from third. The throw over to third base, and Rojas is out. The Phillies do get a run, though, on a sac fly and make it 7-0. Rob says hold it for a second, and we'll see if they will challenge, and they will. The Phillies will challenge. It is an RBI sacrifice fly, though, by Bryson Stott. And we'll get a word on if Rojas was safe at third or not. Good job. We'll see this replay. It was a good throw by Lee. It was. The question is, Chapman tagged him on that right hand, but did Rojas get his left hand in there before the tag on the right hand? If the call's overturned, that'll put runners on at second and third with 1 out. If it stands, it's still 7-0. But then there would just be 2 outs and a runner on at second. It was a good throw, though, by Lee. It was. This replay angle could be telling here. Then again, maybe not. Can't see from that angle. No. Got to get it from behind the third baseman, like an over-the-shoulder on Chapman. There's Dusty Wathan over at third. Is he safe? We're going to see. We're waiting to see. They only showed 1 replay angle, and I guess that was the only replay angle that they had. Because otherwise, they'd be showing, an over-the-shoulder shot from Matt Chapman's perspective. So the Phillies are challenging to see if Rojas was out at third base on the sacrifice fly that was hit by Stott. So the call is overturned, and there's 1 out instead of 2, and Rojas was safe at third base, and there's runners at the corners now for the Phillies. Nice job. Actually, sorry, runners are at second and third because Castellanos tagged up from first and went on over to second. Huh. It didn't show that. Marsh is up regardless, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. That's also big because that also gets rid of the double play. Marsh 2 for 3 with 2 singles. The 1-0 pitch, it's inside for ball 2. And again, haven't seen anybody warming up for the Giants. The Phillies win a challenge. Can you believe that? And JT was the one who tied up from first and went over to second. 2-0 pitch. And that is swung on and missed. So JT's at second. Rojas is over at third. 1 out, top of the 8th. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the windup and the next pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch that was in the dirt. I need more runs. Phillies are 5 for 11 today with runners in scoring position. The 2-2 pitch upstairs for ball 3. Come on, chat. Let's go, baby. Charge! Alexander's warming up in the pen. The 3-2 pitch. And that's down and in for ball 4. Bases are loaded again for Philadelphia. And Tristan Beck only able to record 1 out. And I think Bob Melvin's going to go out there and make a move. He is. And so a pitch and change, a call to the bullpen for the Giants. But the Phillies, they've put up 3 runs so far in the top of the 8th inning. And they'll be back in just a few moments to face the new pitcher for the Giants. And we'll take a quick step off too. Seven runs on 13 hits for Philadelphia, and they have bases loaded in the top of the 8th inning with 1 out. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Again, text on into the JJ hotline if you have not done so already, and let me know what your thoughts are on this game. You can also call on into the show after the game, 610-314-0844. The number is on the screen. It's also posted in the live chat from the moderators as well. Only 3 hits for the Giants, 13 for the Phillies. Scott Alexander is going to pitch. He has a 5.82 ERA in 17 innings. Pitched in last night's game. Trey Turner's up. And the first pitch to Trey, it's outside for ball 1. Shippy. I love chat, man. 1-0 pitch to Turner. This one's grounded over to short. This could be 2. The throw, the second, there's 1. The throw over to first, not in time. 8-0 Phils on the RBI. Fielder's choice by Turner. It never gets old. Never gets old. Kyle Schwarber's up next. Good hustle by Trey. comes Schwarber. First pitch to Kyle. It's chopped foul towards the right side. It's no balls, 1 strike. An 8-run cushion for the Phillies. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Kyle. Here it is. This one is flying out over towards left field. That's going back. It's gone. The Phillies have exploded in the afternoon against the Giants, and they have blown the gates wide open. That was a missile. I didn't even think it was going to go. Pitch to Bryce Harper. It's chopped foul over towards that first base side. 11-0 Philadelphia. 7 runs in the 8th inning. And the 0-1 on the way is down and away for a ball. Harper and Schwarber have had a pretty good day today for the Phillies. The 1-1 is down and out for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Harper's 3 for 4, 2 doubles, and a solo homer. It was a 3-run shot by Kyle. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. That's down and away for ball 3. And Bohm waits in the on-deck circle. 3-2 pitch to Bryce Harper. That one's chopped foul. Harper's 8th. Thank you so much, Jason. $5 super chat from him.
Harper, 8th.
That was his 10th. But yeah. 3-2 to Bryce. This one's chopped over towards the first base side. It is a foul ball, not by much. I'll take it. Two away, top of the 8th, and the 3-2 to Harper. This one's flied out towards left center field, and that is going to hit off the top of the wall again. Harper has just been utilizing left center field today. It's been his best friend, and he's over at second base. That's the 3rd straight double for Bryce Harper. Good for him. 4 great swings, all the opposite way for Bryce Harper. Nice. He's over at second. And Alec Bohm is the next man up. 3 doubles and a homer, all out to left center field for Bryce. The pitch to Bohm. It's taken low for a ball. The Phillies are mollywopping the Giants. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, it's inside for ball 2. First game in MLB career for Bryce Harper with 4 extra base hits in a game. 2-0 to Bohm. It's down for ball 3. And Alexander having a hard time getting that final out. This is also why Trey Turner hustling and Rob Thompson with that challenge. It's really paid off. 3-0 pitch to Bohm. Stop signs in the chat. Here it comes. And that's taken for a strike. This might be a sign of good things for Bryce. We'll see. It's only one game, but this is good. 3-1 to Bohm, and that is a very late called strike. After the pitch was thrown, it took about 2 seconds for the home plate umpire to make the call. That was Harper's 10th homer. That's what I said. I said that. 3-2 pitch to Bohm. It's down for ball 4, and he gets on with another walk. Very, very good. What an inning by the Phillies. I mean, what an incredible inning. And Otto Kemp is going to pinch hit. Sean Alexander still pitching. Beck started off the inning. So Beck gets credited for 1 earned run. The other ones go to Tristan Beck. And a timeout was taken on the mound. 11-0 Philadelphia. And Otto Kemp will pinch hit for Nick Castellanos. First pitch to Otto. He fouls it off. It's a sinker. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have 296 people watching. 0-1 pitch to Otto, swing and a miss. Got a change up that was low. And went a hacking after it. And we still have a bottom of the 8th and a top of the 9th and bottom of the 9th to play. 0-2 pitch. It's change up that's down for a ball. Up next is Johan Rojas. One, two. It's low for ball 2. Phillies have batted around in this inning. Harper has doubled twice. Bohm drove in Harper on an RBI single. And then Casty singled. Kepler singled. And then JT had an RBI single. Stott had a sac fly. Marsh walked. Turner grounded into a fielder's choice as the next pitch is fouled away. Schwarber then hit a 3-run opposite field homer. And then after Harper's second double of the inning, Bohm walked. 2-2 pitch to Otto Kemp. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. And the inning is finally over. 7 runs for the Philadelphia Phillies in this top of the 8th inning. What happened? Well, Alec Bohm had an RBI single. Bryson Stott had a sac fly. JT Realmuto with an RBI single as well. Turner grounded into a fielder's choice, RBI fielder's choice, and Kyle Schwarber did a 3-run homer. And that's all the scoring in the top of the 8th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 8th out in San Francisco, 11-0 Philadelphia. What a great inning. That was a great inning. Oh, boy. After the game is done, folks, come on to the Phillies postgame show with me and voice your opinions on this game. All right, 610-314-0844. Blood in the Cove. Yeah. I'll break it all down. I will let you guys know how I feel about this game. But we still got 6 more outs to go. There's still plenty of, there's not plenty of baseball, but there's still baseball left. So, Bazooka Jode, thank you so much for the subscribe. People say sub or subscribe. I think it's really sub. Thanks for the sub. I don't really hear people say thanks so much for the subscribe. The subscription. That's the word I was looking for. It wouldn't register in my head. But now I got it. Excuse me. All right. Time to take a look at some scores. Rays lead at 2-0 against the Tigers. Phillies are up 11-0 against the Giants. The Dodgers lost 3-2 to the Brewers in extra innings. Jackson Chourio had an RBI walk-off single. The White Sox won 2-1 against the Blue Jays. And the Mets and Orioles got postponed. Okay. I wonder when they're going to make it up. Seth Johnson is going to pitch. Jung-Hoo Lee is up. And the pitch looked a little bit high, but it's taken for a strike. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mods, how we doing? How we doing on the likes? 0-1 pitch. And that is a splitter that's taken for strike 2. We're at 149. We got to get to 200. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's up high for a ball. Let's go Orioles. Yeah, they're not playing today. The 1-2 pitch. It's up high for ball 2. We're doing pretty good on the likes. Yes, we are. 2-2 pitch. Tie again for ball 3. It was an 0-2 count. And now it's a full count. More likes and strikes. I love that. 3-2 from Johnson, and that's up high for ball 4. And Lee gets on with a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the 8th inning. I just realized I've been a little bit lazy and I stopped keeping score. How dare me? I forgot I didn't really score anything in that 8th inning. Don't tell the Phillies I said that. 11 runs for Philadelphia on 15 hits. The pitch. That's way up high for a ball. They sent 11 men up to the plate. They also got 7 hits, including 4 extra base hits. One ball, one strike to Luis Matos. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 fouled away. Butterfly, how are ya? Thank you for stopping by, Butterfly. I love that. Butterfly is awesome. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. And there is one gone in the bottom of the 8th inning as Johnson records his first strikeout of the afternoon. Neisner is up. And here's the pitch. This one's fouled off towards the right side. Butterfly's the best. No balls, one strike. The pitch, here it comes. It's a foul ball. And it'll head to the seats. The 0-2. It's a foul ball. Once again. Chat. The Dodgers got told. They got sold? The Dodgers sold? Or they got told to sold? They got told to sell. The pitch. That is taken down for a ball. One ball, two strikes. And here's the 1-2. This one's flied out over towards right center field. Who's going to get there? Marsh gets called off by Rojas. He lunges down. Rojas is there, though, makes the catch. And there's two away. They sold their souls. I like that one. You know, I had this the cell teacher. Shout out to her. But she was also like one of the people that would greet me in the mornings and would greet all the sixth graders as the pitch is lifted out towards center field. It'll be caught though by Rojas. 2 straight catches by Rojas, and we're going to the top of the ninth. 11-0 Phils. So, long story short, every day she was so nice. She was so friendly. She was always very upbeat. And I could be having the worst day. I could be having a very good day. I could be having a very bad day. And she always made sure that she said hi to me and she said hi to every other person. And she was very friendly, very open. And she was also really funny. She really was. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. But no, she was great. She was awesome. And I bring her up because, you know, the one thing that I try to do, I might not be able to say hi to everybody on here that comes on in at certain moments of time, but I do hope that I bring like a positive environment for the most part that's like welcoming, that's friendly, because I do care about that. You know, I might not have the most energy some days, but I always want to bring that sort of friendly, happy vibe to the chat, you know? What did I miss? What's up, Sonic? What did you miss? You missed 8 innings of baseball from the Phillies, where they put up 11 runs on 15 hits. You missed a Bryce Harper homer. You missed Bryce Harper 3 doubles. You missed Kyle Schwarber hitting a homer. Yeah. You missed a lot. You missed JJ taking breaks. Stretching. A lot, mostly Bryce hitting. You also missed some good talk on here. We've had some good combos today. Mike Yastrzemski is going to pitch for the Giants. Last time he pitched was August 14th of 2024. He will pitch to Rojas here, and the pitch is outside for a ball. I guess today we are playing Meatloaf's... What are we playing? Who are we playing? Meatloaf's lesser-known hit, 1 out of 3 is better than nothing. Well, you missed that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is down for ball 2. Glad Bryce is back. I don't know if he's back yet, but he looked good today. I'm back from work and thought the game was over, says Dilated Entertainment. Dude, it was probably a good thing that you stepped out. Yaz is pitching. 2-1, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Yohan Rojas gets on with a leadoff single in the top of the 9th. Kyle Schwarber had a 3-run homer in the top of the 8th. Trey Turner had a RBI fielder's choice ground out before the homer, and then started a sac fly. JT had an RBI single, and the Phillies put up a lot of runs. Here's JT. And he takes a pitch that doesn't even show how fast it was, but it was at the knees for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That was at 53, and it was, I guess, a breaking ball in the dirt. 53 miles per hour. Keep your foot on the enemy's throat. 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Do you allow curse words? I try not to. But if you, yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. This one is lined over to left field for a base hit. JT's going to get on with a double, and Rojas stops on over at third base. And so it's pretty much now batting practice for Philadelphia, as JT is at second, and Bryson Stott is due up next. Yeah, use code. Code's fine. Is code really fine, though, at the end of the day? But yeah, we use code sometimes. Never mind, he deleted it. Okay, no worries. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Yaz, it's outside for ball 2. They called that a changeup at 45 miles per hour. 2-0 pitch. That's up high for ball 3. Apologies if it was harsh. No, you're good. You're fine. 3-0 pitch, and that's down and away for ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Phillies. And Brandon Marsh is the next man up. Again, nobody out in the top of the 9th inning. Netflix and JJ. Pitch to Marsh. This one's grounded sharply over to first. The throw to second. There's 1. The throw to first, not in time. Phillies get another run home and lead it 12-0 as Rojas will score. Edmundo Sosa is going to pinch hit for Trey Turner. Come on, Sosa. The pitch. This one's grounded over towards third base. Chapman has it. Throws it over to second for 1. The throw over to first was wide. And another run scores for Philadelphia. The Giants' defense has just been so bad today, and the Phillies have put up 13 runs against them. Here's Kyle Schwarber, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. I actually forgot to play the Zombie Nation song when they got the 12th run. 1-0 pitch. That's a curveball that's down in the dirt for ball 2. They're doing it off of a position player. 2-0 pitch to Kyle Schwarber. He fouls this one off. Let's see Schwarber get another homer. Get your 29th, dude. Get Bryce Harper back up. Let's see him go 5 for 6. 2-1, and that's going to be down for ball 3. Somebody check on Larry. He may need a Heimlich. You mean Waldorf. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 3-1 pitch to Kyle Schwarber. It hit him. Got him right on the shoulder. And he is going over to first base. And Bryce Harper is the next man up. Yeah. Just got him. Don't hit our guy. Come on, Yaz. I mean, it wasn't on purpose, but Harper is coming up. He's 4 for 5, and he takes the first pitch down for a ball. Dude, 5 hits would be great. 1-0 pitch to Harper, This one is popped up over towards the third base side. Chapman gets under it and makes the catch, and the inning is over. Phillies do get 2 more runs and lead it 13-0. They'll have to settle with 13 runs as Devers, Adames, and Chapman are due up. All right. Hey, folks. After the game is done, come on for the Phillies postgame show with your boy, play-by-play with JJ. We go on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. But we also do a wrap-up on here as well. I appreciate you all for being on here. I love you guys. And again, I would love to hear your thoughts on this game. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow we will be doing our Diamond Zone cast. We'll be starting things at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then we go pretty much all the way till the end of the day for baseball. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. On Friday, we got the Phillies. Saturday, we got the Giants in the afternoon. And then we got the Phillies at night. And then Sunday, we got the Phillies in the afternoon. And then we're on our break, man. It'll be fun. It'll be great. And it's much needed. So I hope that you guys will tune on in, and I appreciate you all for being on here. Go subscribe to BW2, by the way. 7 more subs till we get to 6330. And guys, please go subscribe to BW. I would actually really appreciate it if you guys did that right now. Mods, can you drop his link down below? He is so close to getting the 3,000. I really want him to get there. I really, 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 really want him to get there. All right, 13 runs for the Phillies, and they have just exploded against the Giants this afternoon. They made up for yesterday. We need Stubbs to close this one out, says Shibby. Let's go. Tiff must be freaking out. I don't even know if Tiff is watching the game. Tiff is probably like, oh, wait, this is going on? And so close to a nervous breakdown, says BW. Let's go. Joe Ross going to pitch. And Patrick Bailey is going to lead it off. It's not going to be Rafael Devers. First pitch. It's a foul ball. JJ, take care of your vocal cords. Got some water right here. Yep. I appreciate you. I do. Means a lot. 0-1 pitch from Joe Ross. It's taken down for a ball. Did any of my mods drop BW's chat? Or BW's link? There it is. Go subscribe to BW. We're going to pin that right now. Can we pin that comment? The pitch. This one's grounded over towards the right side. And the second baseman, Stott, has it. Throws it over to first. 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. There we go. And now a new batter's coming up, and that's going to be Dominic Smith. There we go. Go subscribe to BW. His channel is pinned at the very top. I really want you guys to help him out, get to 3,000 subscribers. He covers the Orioles. He's great. The pitch. This is up high and outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. And that is taken up high, but it's a called strike. Nice to see a comfy blowout after that tough walk-off loss. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We will break it all down. Stay on for the post-game show, because that's what we do all the time. We break everything down. We process our emotions. We breathe. We meditate. No, we don't go that far. But it's a time for reflecting. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. We need Stubbs to close it out. That's such a great line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes from Ross. It's up high for a ball. Larry. Hi, JJ. I love you. I love you too, man. Love you too, dude. It's nice to see everybody smile. 2-2 pitch. This one's lined and caught by Stott. He says, no, no, no. And there's 2 gone. 1 more out to go in San Francisco. Let's go, Chet! Drop a Phillies emote. Ross kicks and fires the pitch. Strike 1 to Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice. He's also popped out and has committed 2 errors over at third. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch on the way. It's taken inside. Tell Sarah I said hello to, and then I said thank you for that. I love Sarah too. And Jen. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. It's a slider that's low and away for ball 2. Shout out to Dilated Entertainment, too. Just a great, great guy. Seriously. So respectful, so nice. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is outside for ball 3. And Dilated Entertainment, like I said, we're covering that Giants game on Saturday. Be back here. I better see you on here. 3-1. This one's grounded over towards the right side for a base hit. And Marsh gets to it on the ground, and the game will continue. Love the community here. Well, we love you too, man. People say that Philly fans suck. They are incorrect. The pitch. And this one gets out of the glove of JT, and it's not going to get the runner to go on over to second base. Brett Wisely is up to bat for the Giants. He's hitting .229. He has 1 homer and 8 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. That is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. $15 total pitches for Joe Ross. The 1-1 pitch on the way. This one's grounded back up the middle. Turner has it, tags the bag, and that is the ball game. And the Phillies win 13-0. They avoid a sweep in San Francisco, and they shut out the Giants. And they will have an off day tomorrow, and will head on over to San Diego to wrap up the first half of the season. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. We'll be back in just a little bit. Nice win by the Phillies. All right? I got to tell you, they showed up today. They put up 13 runs. That's the best that you can do. That's the best that you can do. Does it make up for the other 2 games? No. But did they do what I asked them to do today? Yes. Did they hit today? Yes. Did they put up a lot of runs on the board in that 8th inning? Absolutely they did. Did Bryce Harper look good today at the plate? Absolutely he did. And so, build off of this, end the first half strong, and a nice win today for the Phillies. Not a good series, but a nice win. A very good win by Philadelphia. All right, Luzardo gets the win. We will break his day down because he was really, really good. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm going to put him as my... I think he deserves it. Bryce Harper, you could also say that too. There's nothing wrong with that. I understand. But I thought Zeus gave you a lot of production on the mound. I didn't know what to expect from Zeus today. I thought that the Phillies, honestly, were not even going to hit Verlander because I've seen this team so many times this year not get a hold of a pitcher that they should. And so they did that today against Verlander, and Luzardo had some run support, and it was nice to see. But Zeus is my player of the game. I can understand why people would say Bryce Harper. It makes a lot of sense. JJ, how can you not go with him? Fine, he could be your player of the game. I thought that Bryce today was awesome. I do. But I thought that Zeus's impact spoke more volumes today than Bryce's did. That's the way that I look at it, though. But nonetheless, 2 guys that had really, really good games. All right, I'm going to take about 2 minutes off. And then again, we'll open up the phone lines and we'll break it all down. If you're not going to stay on for the postgame show, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And again, I will see you all very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Be right back in a flash.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Whew. All right. Good win today by the Philadelphia Phillies. I can't, if I'm just looking at the lens and I'm just talking about this game, yes, this was a good win. This was a game that was much needed. You put up 13 runs today against the Giants. You should have won this game. This was a game that you pencil on in as a win because Justin Verlander has just been struggling this year. He is not had a good year at all. Father time, seems like that's catching up to him. But regardless, did not have a good day today. And, the Giants, they waved the white flag, but the Phillies took advantage. I can't be mad. I can't be sad. I'm happy. I'm very happy with this. Last night's game did scar me, and I'm sure it scarred a lot of you guys as well. And Monday's game, that was not fun either. But I have to hand it to the Phillies today for shutting out the Giants and putting up a 13-0 victory. I have to give it to them. I said it before, I'll say it again. My MVP was Jesus Luzardo. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts. His pitching was great. This guy, recently, the talk has been he's tipping his pitches again, right? It's getting solved. And honestly, during the very beginning of the game, got a little bit worried because on the very first pitch to Ramos, he singled. Now, Devers came up next, and on the very first pitch that he saw, he grounded on into a double play. But Zeus looked great today. I thought that the sweeper was really good. Thought it had a lot of great movement to it. The fastball was strong, and he definitely made the Giants hitters feel off balance today. This was an ass whooping. This was a spanking. And I've seen this team do this throughout the year and respond after a bad loss like that. Nice. I'm going to be a little bit more critical, though, because after a win like this, guys, what happens to this team? The very next night, and I know it's not going to be the very next night, but the next game that they play, the bats are cold. The bats are cold. I really, really want them to go out there in the next game and repeat something like this for me to feel really happy. And again, I don't want to seem like that I don't want to seem negative here. I'm just at the point now where, yes, I've seen this before. Show me something different, and whether that's right or wrong, whether that sounds flawed or not, that's just where I am. They couldn't, after what happened last night, this is what the result was that I wanted. For me to feel content. I wasn't going to feel overly ecstatic. I wasn't going to feel overly excited. This is what I was going to feel if the Phillies had a very good win like this. And so, they did their job. But Zeus, I do want to give a lot of love to today because he's been dealing with some stuff from our critics from the media. He did not look good in his last outing against the Reds. And the question was, how could he bounce back? How does he not show his cards? And how does he go out there and give you some deep, deep action? Because if you have to rely on this bullpen, especially after last night, you're putting the team in a position to lose. You just are. So, but Zeus deserves a lot of the love today. And the next guy on my list is Bryce Harper. The opposite field homer was nice, but the doubles, all out to left field, I take more stock into that. I do. He looked like he was getting back into his groove today. The fact that he's going the opposite way, sure, the timing is still off, but the question to me was, how's the wrist? Will he get his power back? And today, I know it's just one day, but that was a sign in the right direction. I thought that the Phillies should bench him today. What has he done for you lately, ever since he's come back, for you to say, you know, he deserves to be playing out there in the lineup? He did it today. Thought that he did very well. Kyle Schwarber, that swing was nice. How much power, the amount of power that this guy has, just the pure power that's in his swing, it's unlike anything I've seen. The contact that he had on that ball, I didn't even think it was going to go, and it did. It wasn't even like a full extension Kyle Schwarber swing. And yet he still got it out. It's nice. What else stood out to me today? Bohm had some nice at-bats. Castellanos put the ball in play a couple of times. One of the hits that he had was back up the middle, and I'll never forget, it was sort of like a game of chicken between Adames and Schmidt, and they were sort of like looking at each other like, it's your ball. You know? But to the Phillies' credit, even with the errors that occurred from Matt Chapman over at third base, I thought that they pounced on them. All I've asked this year for this ball club is when a team leaks oil, when they drip blood, take advantage. That's all I've wanted from their offense, just from their hitting. When a team gives you chances, take advantage. Yeah, you're not going to be successful 99% of the time, or even 85 or 75, but you know, when you can, you need to pounce on them. They had this 0 for 30 or 0 for 28 streak of hitting with runners in scoring position. Today this was probably the best that they've done with runners in scoring position in a while. They better save some of that for the rest of July, because I hope that they didn't use all their hitting for that. They were 6 for 17 today with runners in scoring position, and they only left 8 guys on base. They put up 13 runs, and they left 8 guys on base. That's great. That's really good. Now, we can also take out the 9th inning, and we can take that out of the equation, but even still, the numbers don't really differ that much. So, who else? Who else had a nice day today? I want to go back to that JT RBI single. That inning was back in the 2nd inning, okay? Bohm got on it with an infield single. Again, Chapman makes a bad throw, almost makes a terrific play over at third, but the ball goes on into the Phillies dugout. It allows Bohm to go on over to second. And Bohm tags up from second, goes over to third as he advances on a flyout from Castellanos. Good small ball move. And then Kepler grounds out to short. I was actually happy that Bohm did not go, because how many times this year have we seen the Phillies try to just, like, go to the plate every single time a ball's hit to the infield? Dusty Wathan and Alec Bohm were on the same page and said, nope, I'm not going to go. And that was the right choice. Unfortunately, Kepler grounded out there. You would have wanted him to get a sac fly or something. But JT's at-bat was big, because that puts you on the board. I also thought that JT was an unsung hero today, because he hit the ball well. And he has not been hitting the ball well at all. And somebody said the other day that catcher, low-key, has been a hole in the Phillies offense. And that person's not wrong. But loved it. Loved the 2-out single. You got to get that run home somehow, some way, and they got that run home. And for them to score in that second inning, I don't care who was off against, if it was Verlander or whoever it was, that's a good inning for the Phillies. The fourth inning comes. Harper hits the solo homer. Yup. Very good. The fifth inning, if I'm being a little bit critical, JT strikes out. Stott singles. Marsh then singled. And then Stott stopped at second. Turner, I thought maybe was going to try to take advantage of a sinker. Of a four-seamer, and he was just a little bit out in front of it. And the Phillies had a chance to try to get another run in that inning, and they just could not do so. Would have loved for them to score there, but again, the sixth inning, they take advantage. The seventh inning, they don't really do much, but the eighth inning was really their inning. So, 610-314-0844. And again, you can text, you can call, you can let me know how you guys are feeling. The last thing I'll leave you with is this. The manager. Your manager, Rob Thompson. I think he learned his lesson. Maybe I'm being optimistic. I take back what I said. As soon as those words came out of my mouth, I take it back. Today, I must say, him leaving Luzardo out there to face that final batter in the seventh inning was the right move. Was that Casey Schmidt? He was at 102 pitches before facing Schmidt. And I know, I was anticipating him to come out. He left him out there for that final batter. That was correct, because he did not slow down. You are going to have to rely, whether it's right or wrong, on your starting pitchers to help win you games. The question is going to be, will the Phillies offense provide enough run support for A, the starting pitchers, and for B, the bullpen? Yesterday it was a no. Today was a yes. So, I was just happy that Rob let him out there for one more batter. Thought that was the right decision. All right, calling in. I would love to hear your thoughts. Again, 610-314-0844. We'll be taking phone calls right now. And while we do that, we'll leave some text messages. Still at 9 strikeouts and 8 men left on base. Yeah, but you scored 13 runs. 13 runs with 8 men left on base is totally fine. I'll take that. What is going on? We have our first phone caller, and you are on play-by-play with JJ.
What is going on, JJ? How are you?
I am doing good, my friend. How are you, Sean?
Well, you know, full disclosure, as luck would have it, I didn't get to see this one, but I'm driving home, and I've got my hands on the steering wheel at 10-2 position, trying not to swerve here. The Phillies scored 13 runs in a game. The Phillies scored 13 runs in a month. The Phillies? Tell me, say it ain't so. I mean, how is this possible? There's got to be a full moon somewhere, right? In San Francisco, no less? Oh, my God.
And Sean, the crazy thing is that they did it today after they got absolutely smacked in the ninth inning last night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this series as a whole was the cornucopia of chaos, wasn't it? I mean,
Yep.
You had the Phil Cuzzy special in Game 1. You have catchers hitting inside the park 3-run homers off the brick wall in right field the night before. And, I mean, Jesus Luzardo, one thing is for sure, there's no middle ground with this guy. He's either really, really bad or really, really good. And today, I guess he was really, really good when the Phillies needed him to be good.
He was. That's actually I'm happy that you brought that up because there has not been a fine line with Jesus Luzardo. When he is bad, it's like, what's a good comparison? It's like watching Kyle Gibson. I guess that's like the comparison that I would make. But then, like, when he's really good, I guess that the comparison that I would make is sort of like, maybe not Cliff Lee, but, a top-tier pitcher, nonetheless.
Right. He's the human elevator. He's the up-and-down man. I mean,
Right.
Doesn't stop at too many floors, but, But, yeah, I mean, I'm glad they got something done. As you said, and as others in the comment section said, this does not erase the debacle of the games before. I honestly call this series as a whole a series of wasted opportunity.
Yes.
You should have at least taken 2 out of 3 here.
Yep.
You wasted solid pitching. Even last night, Jordan Romano notwithstanding, your bullpen kept you in it. If you could have hit a little bit, you win this series. You may have even swept the damn series. Who the hell knows?
Yeah. I mean, I said it last night. The Giants really didn't deserve to win the first 2 games. I mean, but the Phillies also didn't deserve to win the first game either. But I'm just watching them, and I'm like, they're not the better team. Like, the better team, from just not even a biased perspective, the better team lost and crumbled at the end of those 2 games. But today, the better team won. So.
Right. I've said it on previous shows before as a fan. I mean, you know how I feel about the offense. We don't need to get into that. But the one thing that is disheartening to me for this whole year is how many teams have the luxury the Phillies have most nights of whoever your starter is, you pretty much know that that pitcher is going to go 6 or 7 innings and hold the opponent to 2 runs or under every night. And you are wasting elite-level starting pitching, a starting staff that could win you a World Series if you just had a lineup that could score you 3 to 4 runs a damn game. I'm not saying they got to score 13. If you score 3 runs a game, you'd be winning the World damn Series. It's sad.
Sure. And on top of that, cherry on top, get another bullpen piece too, of course. That's a part of the equation as well. But mainly, like, you are right. It's also about getting more run production and, having your offense not be as streaky as it's been this year, because we've seen really nice starting pitching from this baseball team, but the starting pitching can't produce runs. They can just buy you time. And that's ultimately what it is.
I wish they could, like they did in the old days where the pitchers used to swing the bats like Steve Carlton. He'd win 2-1 and hit you a 2-run homer to win it.
Right.
But just out of curiosity, since I didn't see it, not that his inning really mattered, but how did Seth Johnson look coming out of the bullpen?
He was fine. It was nice to see him in a non-stressful situation. But he, I thought, looked very calm, cool, collective out there. And his stuff looks good. His fastball, I saw it get up to like 96. I thought that his command was really good, and he was just able to dominate the zone. So.
Well, that alone in and of itself elevates him over Jordan Romano, doesn't it?
For sure.
I think you could pitch with your feet better than Jordan Romano pitches most nights.
Yeah.
So we got to do something for the pen. Again, I don't know what it is. The only thing I've seen across X that might intrigue me, I don't have the standings in front of me, but somebody had posted, if Cleveland drops out, maybe they're looking to deal. I know they have some bullpen pieces, and they have Stephen Kwan. And if I'm going to deal with Justin Crawford, let's say, that's the type of player I would want in return. You give me that guy to play left field, I'll take that in my line.
I agree. Sean, I got to keep the line moving. That's a really good point,
Gotcha.
though. But I will talk to you soon, my friend. Thanks so much for calling on in. I appreciate you.
And thank you for answering. Have a good night.
All right,
Take it
you
easy.
too. You too, my friend.
Bye.
What is going on? You're on play-by-play with JJ.
Hello.
What's going on, my friend? How are you feeling after a win like this?
Yeah, I forgot to call you when I was at the Phillies game, but they won when I was there.
Yeah, man. Oh wait. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep, I can hear you. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So how you feeling after this game?
Yeah, I'm happy they needed it after 10 million years.
After 10 million years.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Wasn't it nice to see, wasn't it just nice to see Bryce Harper hit a home run and just get on with 3 doubles?
Like, let me get this straight. This is the Phillies beat the Giants 13-0. Yeah, I can see that happen.
Yeah, man.
So crazy.
That was crazy. What was your favorite part about the game today, my friend?
Schwarber home run. Schwarber.
That Schwarber homer was nice. That Schwarber homer was nice. How was the game? How was the game?
Good. I got VIP passes.
No way. No way.
I got unlimited. Yep.
That's so cool. That's so nice.
I got a signature by a player.
From who?
JT.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go. Wow. You signed your baseball?
Hold on, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Have your van. Go back to class. What? Say go back to class. So yeah, Phillies needed this victory right now.
They did. They absolutely needed this.
If they didn't win, that means I don't know. Now they play Monday against the Padres. Yeah, they're gonna win this.
I agree. All right, I got to keep the line moving, my friend. But I will talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, we can get a shout out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Have a good day, Alex.
See ya.
All right?
Yep, see you.
See ya. Hello, you are on Play-by-Play with JJ.
Hey, JJ, this is Milo.
Milo, my friend, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Man, 13 runs? Are you kidding me, Milo?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah, they were able to salvage the final game of the series.
They did. They did. How about Bryce Harper?
He was good. He was 4 for 6 with a homer and 3 doubles.
Yep. He had 3 doubles. 3 doubles. That was the first time that he's ever had 4 extra base hits, and I thought he just looked so good out there, man.
Yeah, and coming into the series, they didn't have one day off. At least they get to have one day off before they go to San Diego.
That's right. That's right. And they could honestly use that day off because I know that the All-Star break is coming, but it's a nice thing for them to just unwind, reset, and just go out to San Diego. Hopefully they just end the first half with a bang,
Yeah.
That'd be really great. What was your favorite part about today's game, man?
Man, maybe when Harper hit the home run.
That was nice. That was a nice swing.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful swing. Ugh. I can't wait to watch his post-game interview and just hear all about it because the Phillies, I mean, he needed that. He needed that, Milo. He really needed that.
He looks like himself today.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
How was the game the other day?
It was good.
Yeah? You had fun?
Yeah.
Nice. Very, very
The
nice.
fireworks were awesome.
Yeah. I forgot you got to see fireworks. They were cool?
Yeah.
Nice.
They had a light show and fireworks.
Oh, they had a light show too. Wow. That's awesome. That's so sick. Well, Milo.
And the Phillies.
Yeah.
The Phillies won big that game.
What was the score of that game?
We went to the second game of the doubleheader against San Diego where they won 5-1.
5-1. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that now. Yeah. That's so cool. Milo, I appreciate you for calling on in as always. I love you, my guy.
Okay, I love you too.
Yep. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Go Phillies, baby.
Okay, go Phil.
Shout out to Milo. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to all of them, man. Like, it's so cool. I love getting the kids on here. I really do. You know, they're just awesome. It's just so cool to be able to have them come on here and talk. And if you guys want to come talk, you're more than welcome to do so. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the show. Sean, shout out to you too as well. Great job presenting the game, JJ. Thanks so much, Mark. Phillies were not happy about the media coverage last night's game received. Yeah, and you know what? They pounded them. They pounded them, man. What is going on? You are on Play-by-Play with JJ. How you feeling after a 13-0 win?
JJ, that was well needed. That's how you come back
Yes.
from failure from yesterday.
Yes. That's how you do it.
Everything you did wrong yesterday, they did everything right. They got runs when they needed to. They started, putting the hammer down them from the start, and they ended up being a 13-0 win. And that's exactly what I think. I feel like they were listening yesterday to everybody, ranting on them for what they did yesterday, and just they put that all over and just put it all out in the game.
Was it you that was the one that said that they were going to use what happened in that ninth inning as fuel for today?
Yeah.
That was you. That was you.
Yep.
I got to give you a special shout out for that, man. I do. I got to give you a special shout out for that because me even being somebody that is positive, I couldn't see it because I was just so into that whole I was so dug deep into that loss, and it was nice that you actually got to see the bigger picture because I wanted to see what this team was made of today, and the team did bounce back. But now my question is, because I have seen this before, where they do respond every once in a while, and they responded big time today. Can they do this in San Diego for Game 1?
That's a very good question, and that's a very good question because that's what I've been thinking. I was thinking the Phillies, they're going into the playoffs, and they always when you go into you have that mentality, you're ready to in this game and get ready for the other team, and sometimes they always come up short, and that's a problem, basically because they always come up short, whether it being from the pitching side or the batting side. And I feel like that the question that's I feel like that should they we need to have something like change a little bit, like start getting runs in from the jump. That's the main key that I've seen a lot on social media. Like start getting runs from the jump and try to get yourself in the best position possible. So that way, if in case something happens, you just attack back the next inning.
I agree. On the pitching side of things, was this just what the doctor ordered today for Luzardo or what?
Yeah. I was like, before I watched this game, I was like, I swear to God, just please do not let Luzardo pitch again. Like, keep him back in the bench. Let someone else pitch, because I didn't want to see another display like that from yesterday's game. Yeah. And I feel like that was not really a good picture at all. And I feel like that's a lot showed a lot during these past few months. So like they're probably need another pitcher, to replace Luzardo, because I mean you can't have that happen, especially when you're going into the playoffs. Like you can't have those stuff happen, because that's where the other team will attack you and put you down and just kick you out, kick you an easy out.
I'm gonna disagree, because I've seen I understand the legitimate the legitimate argument that he just has not been consistent for whatever reason it is over the last couple of months, and him in the stretch, it's a problem. It is a problem. When he has to deal with runners on base. There was a stat that they showed today, and they showed that the batting averages are higher for his opponents when they hit off of him when he has runners on base. And so obviously he wasn't doing well with getting out hitters that while there were runners on. But I thought today he didn't have to deal with a lot of that, because I thought that his stuff overall looked really good. But I am curious, just from your point, how does he do with runners on base? Does he fold? Does he show his cards? How does he do? And I'm curious to see moving forward what that does look like, because that could be a problem. You do bring up a legitimate case just from that perspective. I still trust him. I still, as weird as that sounds, even though he's been so inconsistent, I still want to believe in him. And I just don't know if they have another option. But your argument, I do think, is valid. Does that make sense?
Oh, you're right. You're right. I thought about that before, and I've seen players they haven't been this good. They haven't been very consistent. I mean, some of them, when they're not doing good, they somehow everything starts to flip, and they start producing better results. And I agree with that. And just hard, and I agree. It's hard to believe, hard to believe that. So I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep looking at it. See more of how he plays.
Sure.
He can just be able to flip it and change everything up and just start pitching very well. So he can just get some strikeouts, and then we'll see. Is he really really good at it, or does everything going to repeat itself again? So there's going to be further investigation for that.
Sure. That's definitely fair. Well, cool, Jax. I really appreciate you so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it. I will talk to you soon.
Of course. Thanks for having me in.
Yep. All right. Take it easy, my friend. Yeah. What was I going to say? The whole Luzardo thing, I don't agree that he should be taken out when it comes to the postseason rotation. I think that it's fair, though, like I said before, to acknowledge that, yes, he started off the season strong. But there has been moments over the last month and a half where, for some reason, he sort of goes to, remember 2023 Aaron Nola, the guy that had a lot of problems dealing with runners on base and pitching from the stretch? I'm watching the same thing. For some weird reason, he just crumbles in the stretch. Today, he didn't have to deal with a lot of that. The Giants only had 4 hits today. So he only gave up 3. He only gave up 3 hits. That was it. But something to look out for as we head on into the second half of the season. With Zeus that's out there, with the Zeus that we have now, how's he going to perform? How's he going to do under pressure? What's going to happen when he gets into jams? Will he crumble or will he get out of the jam? It's fair. It's fair to look at it that way. I'm just personally not at the point where I'm willing to say, get this man out of the rotation, because what other option do you have? Are you going to Mick Abel over Jesus Luzardo? I don't think so. We all know that the top 3 pitchers are Wheeler, Sanchez, and Ranger. Wheeler, Ranger, Sanchez. Those are your top 3 guys. They just are. It's not Aaron Nola right now. It's not Mick Abel. And it's not Andrew Painter. It's not Taijuan Walker. I'll take Luzardo over any of those guys. I would. But that's how I look at it. Again, 610-314-0844 is how you call in. We can also read some text messages as well. But we'll do that now. What else do we have? Every single game, every single day, Diamond Zone. Yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow. That'll be fun. Luzardo went 7 scoreless. Luzardo did great. Luzardo put you in a position to win, and he was your most valuable player today. If it weren't for him, you don't win this game. That's the truth. Harper 4 for 6 with a homer and 2 doubles. Understandable if you go with him as your MVP. I just thought that Luzardo had more of an impact. But Bryce played well. And Schwarbaum's homer put the game away. That was icing on the cake. Harper at his best day. JJ wanted to bench him. Rob 1, JJ 0. Good. Good. And really, honestly, that was... I don't even give Rob credit. I give the credit to Bryce. I do. Because Bryce had to be the one that produced. And so he bailed Rob out. I thought that he bailed him out, but I still, if I would have redone it again, I would have done that. I'm just happy that Bryce produced. I want everybody to win, of course. Man. Aloha, everybody. Great game. Thank you so much for tuning on in. John holding his phone up in the air out of the lava tube. It's funny. What else do we have? My impression is the Giants aren't nearly as good as their record would indicate. I find it really weird how they get Rafael Devers. That's their big splash. It's a blockbuster move. And I'm not saying that the season is over for them, but for him to just come on in, struggling the way that he has, after hitting the ball really well with Boston and seeing where Boston is now without him, it's odd. It's very odd as we speak in this moment in time. Just does. Anybody else have anything to say? Dixon Way, thank you so much for stopping on by. I appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for me. All right, I'm done. Overall, my thoughts. Okay, here's the bullet points. A, Luzardo is my MVP. Luzardo did great. B, Bryce Harper was great. C, Kyle Schwarber had a nice swing. D, JT Realmuto had a very good RBI single to put the Phillies up 1-0. And overall today, the Phillies offense did a very good job giving Luzardo run support, and Rob managed a good game. They saved the series. They avoided the sweep. It doesn't make up for what happened in the first 2 games. I said that before. I was wrong. I said it in the moment. Doesn't make up for it. But what it does do is it does show you that the Phillies did have fight today. How did they utilize the off day? What are they going to do going on into San Diego? We'll see. We shall see. Friday's game. We'll have you guys covered for that. Friday's game will be at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time out in San Diego. Phillies will have Ranger Suarez. The Padres don't have a pitcher just yet. And then on Saturday night, they play at 7:35. It'll be Zach Wheeler versus Yu Darvish. That'll be a good one. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they win that game. And then Sunday, it's Christopher Sanchez against Nick Pivetta. That should be another good game as well. All right. Well, it's over, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow for those of you that are going to tune on into Diamond Zone with JJ. I hope to see you all there. And if not, I will see you guys on Friday. Good night, Lalatov, and see you.